Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zones. All right. Um, I've made it a personal mission statement to learn as much as possible, work as tirelessly as possible, as hard as possible, in honesty, in integrity, in order to make a difference in people's life. That's my personal goal. As I know and believe that our knowledge, what we know, does not make any sense if we keep it to ourselves. We have to spread it. We got to spread the wealth, like they say. Teach others, educate them so they can experience the change that they need in their lives. So today, I would like to discuss uh, 10 tips, 10 most important tips that we as people need to succeed in life, be great leaders, inspire others, affect other people's life. So applying these 10 tips will help us reach our goals, our different goals, whatever goals we have. So number one, first and foremost, is to know your strength and model the way. We all have our strength. We all have our something that we're good at. You know, if you're good at sports, you're good in economics, you're good at analytic, you're good at speaking, you're good at whatever good thing you're good at. Just make sure you model the way. Modeling the way means that you lead the way, you set the example, you start first, and once you start, people will follow you. That's what I mean by modeling the way. Now, first of all, you need to understand what your strengths are. People have different strengths. So once you know your strength, then you can move on and set the tone for other people to follow you. That's number one. Number two is to appreciate others. Your to me, my existence doesn't make any sense if alone, if I don't impact other people's life. You gotta be able to appreciate others, what people do for you, what people do on the daily basis, what people do at work, at school. Encourage them to grow. You know, make them understand that there's always a room of improvement. They can always grow. That's number two. Number three is to have a purpose, a vision, a dream. You're not going anywhere if you don't have a purpose in life. There are two most important days in your life, according to Mark Twain. It's the day you were born and the day you find out why you were born. Very important. So having a purpose in life, having a vision is is important. Or you're gonna be wandering everywhere. You don't know where to go. So set that purpose. Understand what's your purpose in life. What's your vision? Helen Keller said that the thing that's worse than being blind, the worst thing than being blind is having a vision without having a sight without a vision. Let me say it again. The worst thing than being blind is having a sight without a vision. That's according to Helen Keller. So having a vision is very important. Having a purpose in life is very important. That will guide you through everything that you do in your life. That's number three. Number four, you gotta increase your emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, that's very important. You cannot succeed if you don't have emotional intelligence. What that means is the the ability for you to understand your own emotion and the emotions of other people, because you're not living alone, you're living with people. So understanding your emotion alone is not enough. So you gotta be able to understand other people's emotion as well in order for you to be able to work with them, live with them, and then move forward. So emotional intelligence is very important. And of the most important thing of emotional intelligence is a self-awareness. You need to know that. That's very important. And number five is keep developing yourself, keep learning as much as possible. You know, nothing is set in stone. Things change, and you gotta change with things. Learn on a daily basis. You know, go to school. You know, go to conferences, listen to people, to leaders, and watch documentaries and whatever you do to learn. Just learn as much as you can. Number 6, learn from your mistakes. We're not perfect. We all make mistakes on the daily basis. People make mistakes. Life is mistake. So what the most important thing is about mistakes is you learn from them and you move forward. That's the most important thing about mistakes. You cannot do mistake and sit down there and do the same thing over and over again. You're not going anywhere with that mentality. And then in doing so, you need to listen to feedbacks. You may not know exactly what you're doing, what you're doing is wrong, but when people tell you, okay, this is what you're doing, it's not normal, this is not the right way to do it, you gotta listen. Feedback is very important. So learn from your mistakes and then move forward. Number 7, find a board of director. What I mean by board of director is a mentor. You alone, it's just one person. So if you find somebody that you trust, somebody that this person knows exactly what he's talking about. So consulting this person to learn from him is good. You need to have that in your life. Somebody that you trust, whether it's financial or whatever it is in your life, somebody that you trust, you come to that person and then seek advice. All right? 1 plus 2 is superior than 1 plus 1 is superior than 2. That's what my professor used to say. 1 plus 1 is greater than 2. All right? Find a board of director. Find this person in your life that you can come to when you have trouble, when you're in trouble, when you have difficulty of figuring out things. Just find that person. You have to have that person in your life. That's it. All right? Number 8, know and understand your motivation. Everything that we do in life has a motivation somewhere. Whether it's intrinsic or extrinsic motivation, we need to have that. So everything has a reason. All right? There's a reason that I'm doing this video right now. Like I said earlier, my motivation is just to bring a change in your life, make you help make it different in your life. Move forward and then be a better person, better people. There's a motivation behind everything. There's a reason you go to school. There's a reason you actually looking for a better job. You gotta have that motivation. Because there's nothing in vain. There's nothing that comes out of nowhere. You have to have this how to say this thing that click to go get it. Number 9, communicate with honesty. Communication is not easy. You gotta listen. It's two-way street. It's sending and receiving messages. So you communicate frankly, with honesty. You don't want to play with your words. Whatever you say, you make sure you mean it. You said what you mean. You mean what you say. All right? Communicate with honesty with people. You don't want to play with your tongue. Make sure as a leader, as an inspirational leader, that whatever you say, you mean it. It just doesn't come out like that. Even if you're talking to your kids, you gotta choose your words because they look up to you as they grow. So communicate with in honesty. All right, the last point, number 10, is be positive. Work hard, learn, and things may not work out the way you want it to. Life is not a straight line. You go through obstacles, ups and downs, but you just gotta be positive and then make sure and understand that things will turn around for sure. Have that positive attitude in your life. Never get down on yourself. It will work out. But you gotta make sure you put effort into it. What we call hope is what? The definition is hope. Is when you put everything, every single effort into something and hope for the better future, better outcome. Just be positive. So now I truly understand that applying these tips on your daily life or interpersonal relationship is not easy at all. And I'm aware of that. I know it's not easy, but also understand this is not one-time things. It's a long process. It's not an event. It doesn't work. It doesn't happen overnight. As long as you breathe, these things need to keep going. You need to be applying these tips on everything that you do. It's a consistent basis things. It's not one thing. Change is not an event, it's a process. You gotta apply every single small incremental changes. To see the big change, you have to go through different stages to see that big change that you've been waiting for. And I guarantee you, if you follow these tips that I just provided, I guarantee you will see the change that you need in your life. Okay? That's all I got to say today. And then I'll keep you guys in touch. Whatever I have in mind, for sure, I'll go ahead and share it with you. Okay? In the next videos. So stay in touch. Thank you. Have a great day.